not you, me specifically. Anyway, so our inner weirdness, what makes us unique in our coaching and or marketing?
Or anything. I mean, we can get real here.
Yeah.
Personally, I think what makes me weird, and I've heard it from those around me, I am a sandal guy, and
What?
sandal. So sandals, I'm a huge fan of sandals.
Oh.
I love them to the point where I will take them to the snow sometimes, even where I just refuse to wear shoes sometimes. Not that I don't own a pair of shoes or anything like that. I very much enjoy free toes.
Our listeners, please donate a pair of shoes to Jerome.
There's several stores that are buy one get one free even.
I've seen him in shoes though. He's got nice shoes.
Yeah, no.
That's
yeah,
some nice shoes.
He prefers
I've been trying to grow up a little bit.
I think Jerome was wearing pink pants the first night I met him. It was a pink shirt. It was pink. Something on him was definitely pink.
I'm wearing pink shorts right now.
Yep, so there you go.
Maybe that's what makes me weird, is my fashion sense. I don't look towards anything in particular to replicate. I like to kind of honestly freelance it just as we're doing this right now. I love thrifting. Thrifting's awesome.
Thrifting is awesome. Hi, Jennifer Schneider, by the way. Good to see you. Hello.
So in marketing, what the way that could be a benefit is that you're
we have to talk about work now. No, I'm just kidding.
Back to it. Is that you're very comfortable, laid back, down to earth kind of person, has no pretension, and a lot of potential clients want to work with someone that's not a stuffed shirt and what their mind is. Mm-hmm. And so when we think about marketing, how do you highlight that in a marketing concept?
We take pictures of his feet.
There you go.
No,
Because if I were
we're not trying to market to those clientele.
Oh my gosh.
Well, okay, so
we're going off. Okay, moving on.
If we're gonna talk, if we're talking marketing, of course, being able to show Jerome as being laid back and that kind of person, we would then just build his brand to that sort of, sorry if you hear the thing, to that theme, to that feeling, if that was what he wanted, of course. And we would put that foot forward, like Dan and his Hawaiian shirts.
That is, strangely enough, a big part of my brand.
It is, I know.
Between the Tommy Bahama shirts and the Robert Graham shirts, there's the laid back lifestyle brand, and then there's the upscale Robert Graham, and which one do you get? You kind of know which one is showing up depending on what shirt I wear.
We were having a talk about this recently, about how you're doing a talk coming up here soon, and you were like debating, what do I wear? Do I wear a suit? Do I not wear a suit? And it was of importance. And I think I said, don't wear a suit. Don't do it. Like, you can wear, at least if you're gonna, we can wear a suit jacket, but don't do the tie. Keep it unbuttoned. Roll up the sleeves. Keep that feel.
Suit with the Hawaiian shirt underneath.
No,
yeah,
I don't think the suit with Hawaiian shirt.
I have a feeling I'm going full on Robert Graham for that one. We'll do the Robert Graham shirt with the turned up cuffs and the contrast.
Nice, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So knowing that about yourself, what is that? How are you marketing who you are to your clients? What does that mean?
The thing that I'm thinking of in this space is actually a little bit slightly different, because the Robert Graham shirt speaks to the higher level client they're super expensive shirts. Okay. That's all I'm going to say, and I don't spend full price for them. I'm going to say that too. They're incredibly expensive.
Okay.
But there's parts of my website that's in redesign right now where I'm wearing the Robert Graham shirt to stand out because they're really stylish. And there's others where I'm more laid back and casual depending on what the tone of the page is. But in this whole space of what makes my friend Hayden, who's an MCC coach here in Los Angeles, he has a phrase, what makes you weird makes you money. Mm-hmm. And find a way to embrace your inner weird and bring it forward. The coach that I hired last year in our very first meeting, as we're developing rapport, he says to me, what don't you want me to know about you? Mm-hmm. And I felt safe enough with him to share a thing that I don't talk, particularly in professional circles, I don't talk about it a lot, which is I grew up in a house that was haunted. And I used to hear people calling my name, all kinds of weird stuff. And so there's this spiritual side to my business coming from all that from a kid. And then there's the business side of my business, which was me and sales and marketing and everything else. And I always treated them as two separate things. And he listened to it. And at the end, he's like, asked me this really incredible question. It's like, so if I reflect this back to you, what do you hear? And just through his reflection and adopting the word magic into it, it's like, magic is seeing things that other people don't see. And suddenly these two separate spaces came together for me, and I fully embraced that part of myself that I had always said was something else. My ability to see systems and just understand how things work, and that's part of what makes me weird. Now it's the angle going to my clients of, what are you not seeing that I can help you see?
And that's, I think what this speaks to is us being whole beings. Because I think the reality is, in truth, we aren't all that weird, right? We are all very alike, and we all have our bits and pieces of ourselves that we, however, for some reason have been told, that's weird, don't show that to the world, or you know what I mean, or that should be kept here, that should be kept there, let's keep those separate, you don't want that. But in truth, we all have those things, right? We all have those moments, and that's important. Jerome, I see you wanting to say something.
Yeah, no, I just want to say, before we move away from using the word weird, because it seems like we may, what makes CLCI weird, you think?
Oh, 3 days. Oh boy, does 3 days make us weird. The many conversations I've had about 3 days.
I think the other thing that makes us weird and stand out is that we have prided, I know it's not a word, but been proud and pride driven in the process of being vulnerable. It is important for all of us when we are together, when we're teaching, when we're participating with our learning, even that vulnerable piece is what helps everyone learn together, that we are not, what's the word? We're not above anybody else. We're right there in there learning with you, just like we're teaching you, you're teaching us at the same time. I've been through a lot of different trainings where that's not true. And so I don't know if it's true how many trainings, but I think we are unique, weird, because of our ability to connect, really connect.
On that note, I think also what makes us weird is, what it's many times where I have gone, hey, I apologize for this, and then it was like, stop it. Is like, we don't have territory, really. Like, everybody's sort of like, come on in, like, let's help, let's see how this goes. And there's like this very open vibe there, where people aren't like out getting offended or being competitive. It's everybody's sort of supporting one another, and that is not something you find in a lot of businesses. Usually there's some competition type things going on, and I feel like here that we are actually in support of one another, and we want better and best and to help each other more than anything. So,
and in that vulnerability space that Lisa was talking about, I remember, I can't believe it's almost 2 years ago that you and I taught our first level 2 class together in Atlanta. And when we were doing, I don't want to give it away for those who haven't taken level 2 yet, the powerful exercise on Saturday morning. And as we were leaving the next day, sitting in the Atlanta airport, you said, so I felt like you were holding back during that. I was, because I'm standing in front of the class. I'm supposed to be a teacher. And she's like, Lisa's like, so I invite you, like, go there the next time. Be comfortable. Go there. See what happens. And I've opened up to that more and more now every time. And just that ability to feel safe in front of the class and just own it, that I don't have to stop at some point. If I start to break down, I can just let it flow and then pull back in.